is the Chelsea Rundown, episode 56 for the women's first and men's fourths. Round 14, that opener music was Gunna Run by Tony Herdman. Music available on Spotify. Jess, you're joining us to cover the women's game. How are you this evening?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Well, thank you. Also joining us, Ace, for colour commentary. How's things, mate?
Yeah, look, I might not have been there on Sunday, but I'm here tonight, and that's what matters because, you know, it's your last victory. It's your last show of appearance that means the most. So that's why I'm here. Thank you very much.
Good work, mate. Jess, take us through that lineup. Whom was representing the women's Chelsea this weekend?
We started off pretty standard, really. No, Kate W.
I know where you were going with that.
Is that mine?
Yeah, that was you, Ace.
Kate W. started us off at centre field. Liesl came in to shortstop this week, which was exciting. So Michelle started up on the hill pitching for us. Bron was at second base. I caught. Liv played first base. Sam was at left field. Eliza was at right field. And Mel has come back after having a little break, after having some surgery. Back at third base. So that was exciting to have her back in the side too.
Excellent stuff. What were the game's highlights, please?
This game was a little bit of a battle. Waverley came out and hit the ball aggressively. So Michelle started on the hill and she did a fabulous job. She actually just kept putting the ball over the plate and they just kept hitting. So we had lots of work in the field to do, but we did an amazing job. I think we got just about everything without errors and did a really, really good job to defend them. But they kept kind of hitting. There were some really cool catches from Sam in left field. She got 3 catches on the day, which was pretty impressive. Liesl at shortstop was actually really cool too. She got a lot of plays, ground balls to shortstop and then straight over to Liv, but she just throws them so hard. It's actually really nice and cool to watch her do that. And then so Bron came on to pitch after Michelle and she did a fabulous job as well.
Look at you there with that tag out play. Shane Fisker F. Has he been giving you some tips? Look at this. That's a bit of Fisher. I'm seeing some Fisher similarities. That you behind the dish. You've summoned your inner fish, have you?
This is like one after the other batters. So I got one at third base and then the very next runner that got on to first, I got her at first. So Waverley, they're young girls and they're actually really aggressive and they put the ball out there, but they're not as savvy on base running, I don't think. So once they get onto base, there's not as much heads on, switched on base running. So it was kind of nice to take advantage of that. They had a really nice pitcher who pitched the whole game and struck out a number of our girls. So she actually had a bit of a fastball, she had a change-up, and she actually threw a curveball as well. So some of the players were a little bit more challenged by that, but it was really cool to face. It's actually a really good opportunity to start learning about how to score runs off a really crafty, experienced pitcher like that. So in the end, we did end up having a draw. So it was 5-all. So yeah, really capable, competent team. They had a lot of numbers as well, lots of players on the bench, and yeah, really excited to see them in finals because I think we can beat them, and we beat them earlier in the season. I think just that day, again, I think last time we played them, I was sort of a bit nervous about the age of our players compared to theirs. We have a lot more mature age players, and I've talked to the girls a little bit about endurance and trying to play a whole 2-hour game rather than maybe just putting the brakes on towards the end. And they did that. Actually, we were actually really fired up for this whole game. It's just that Waverley kept up with us this time.
Well, age before beauty, and obviously, look, sometimes even the spring chicken can get the early bird or the early worm, and maybe they sort of were able to come out and pip you and tie up a score. By memory, I think you handled them pretty comfortably last time you played them.
We did, yes. So I think the girl that pitched this full game relieved last time. And again, when she came on at the second half last time, she deals with us pretty well. So yeah, I think a lot of the girls could hit her. We did do some good hitting, but yeah, unfortunately this time not enough.
Good hitting, Jess. That sounds like the golden flipper time. Whom, please, was nominee 1 this week?
Nomination 1 was for a 1-6-4-3 double play, which is a bit cheeky, but the ball got ripped back to Bron and it hit her and ricocheted off over to shortstop, and she's picked it up. So Michelle's picked it up and piffed it to Liesl at second base and then over to Liv to get the double play. But it was a really hard hit ball back at Bron, and I blinked and I actually didn't see it. I was just like, oh my God, the ball's gone, what's happening? But yeah, Liesl at second base taking that from Michelle and piffing it over to Liv was incredible. And then Liv's actual reach for it to dig it out of the dirt and get that double play was impressive too. So, they're all nominated this week. It was a really cool, impressive
Anytime
play.
you're getting that runner out at first on a double play 2 steps before they're on the bag, that is just mighty fine execution by the women there. Great stuff. Couldn't possibly beat by nominee 2, could it?
Well, nominee 2 is Sam over in left field. So, yeah, she took a number of those fly balls. This one that I've nominated her for, she was outstretched, reaching for the ball, coming in towards the infield to catch it. But she just did a great job all day. But this one was a tough one, and she made some good ground and got that out, which was really important. So good on you, Sam.
Who, please, was nominee 3?
And nominee number 3 is our lovely Liesl. She got this beautiful double on the day. She hits the ball so hard, like it just flew over towards centre field, and she just keeps running. So impressive again with her batting. So, yeah, really proud of her and definitely worth a nod.
She looks like she's increased her speed there as well, don't you think, Gaze? I haven't seen her run that fast when she was playing with us last season.
Well, definitely, she must have picked up some speed, but she didn't fall over, so not fast enough to lose her footing. So, I'd like to put a side by side with the play where she tripped over going to third, and let's get some frame comparisons. You guys have the technology, so let's get it up next week.
Leave it with us, mate. Maybe presentation night, maybe not. We'll see how we go. Great work, Liesl. Excellent stuff. All right, guys, that'll bring us through to game 2 this evening, which is, of course, the men's fourths. We were versing Bond Beach. Ace, I know you weren't there, mate, but please take us through that lineup.
Bit of a non-standard lineup this week, obviously, with the big aceness missing from the game, but we'll take it from the top. Big Shaney Fisher, welcome back, Shaney Fisher. Nico, the Greek freak, in that second spot, bit of an upgrade there for him. Jess, your lovely wife, down in 3. What's going on there? Big Davey Fisher getting the promotion up in the 4th spot. Davey, be going back down to 5th. I'll give you the hot tip. Big Teabagger, we love Teabagger. Now moving it into a promotion into the 5th. Plugger, welcome back, Plugger. For his extended holidays, razzle dazzle. Bit of Humbles magic. The ugly duckling down there, and big Lucas Carey. Love the chat, Lucas Carey, even on a weltering day. I hear that you're out there giving it your all. Absolutely love it. Superb effort.
Great stuff, Lucas. Keep it up. Ace, I know you weren't there, but I'm going to ask you again. What were the game's highlights?
Yeah, so look, there's no soft way to put this, but Chelsea, we're in a bit of a slump at the moment. I think from our last 4 games, we're 3 losses and a draw. So definitely sort of struggling to find our feet after the 10-0 thrashing that Pakenham handed us. Maybe we're just trying to lull them all into a bit of a false sense of security so that we can smash them in the finals. Would be nice, Teabagger.
Oh, yeah.
But look, we know Bomb Beach are a pretty quality outfit, and they definitely seem to have come out to play this day, and Birds definitely do handle the heat a little bit better than the Dolphins. But from my memory, it was a pretty close game right up until about the 5th innings, where I think one of those young blokes put a big jack over the fence, and I'm being told nearly put 2 jacks over the fence for the day. So
yeah,
he was able to score 3 runs. That sort of extended things, and obviously, we sort of weren't swinging the bats all that well, just maybe not connecting, not flushing them. And look, you're going to get these on hot days, especially sort of when you got the sweat dripping down the brow. Big shout out to Shaney Fisher, sort of in that gear all day. He just never welters. I heard that he was in the change rooms afterwards. Might have been seeing some stars, might have been pumping red. Definitely the body core temperature would have been pretty high. Other than that, it's a pretty hard day when you're only sort of amassing 3 hits on the day. Obviously, only 2 RBIs and only a couple of walks. I think we ended up having 8 strikeouts on the day. Now, this is a pitcher, is it N. Jones? I can't remember. Is it
Glenn
Nathan?
Jones.
Glenn Jones, who, I think we have faced in previous seasons. We know he's a big, tall guy, and he sort of just lumbers the ball down over the plate and sort of forces you to put it in play. And we know Bomb Beach are a pretty good fielding side. Hats off to the guys and the gals. Obviously, I couldn't be there, but playing in sort of those weltering conditions make it very hard. I believe that the baseball, Dandenong District Baseball is maybe making some changes. Obviously, Wednesday night, Teabagger got to have a bit of a chat with you. Sort of, you gave me a sort of hands-on feel of what things were like out in left field. You sort of said that things were a little bit pumping, seeing a bit of red.
Oh, yeah, I had my vision was definitely impaired on the day after a few sprints. The reds were bouncing in my vision. Every time my pulse went, I could see little red flashes in my eyes. It was not a pretty day in left field, that's for sure.
And look, again, I just got to give a tip the hat to Shane Fisher, because, I've never worn that catcher's gear. I don't think they make it in my size, actually. But if they did, I definitely would have been sweltering in that heat. So good on him sort of being able to stand up all day, or not kneel down all day, may I say, and sort of play a hell of a game. Jess, any other final thoughts?
No, it was brutal in the heat. Oppressive, like to actually get up a little bit of fire and get the ball and do things was challenging. But Davey Fisher did well on the mound after Humbles, and it was good. Oh, actually, I reckon Plugger actually had a really good day at third base. He got a number of plays over there. It was nice to see him back there, and he was probably the only one with a bit of spring in with a bit of a spring in his step. So that was really cool to watch.
Obviously, that new rig sort of helping him out, sort of us more lumbersome fellows, and that's my second time using the word lumbersome. Maybe struggle a little bit more on the heat, but, obviously with Plugger's new physique, he's probably springing around like a young new chicken.
And now, Ace, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not possible that Daz just kept you off the field, keep an ace up his sleeve, so to speak, so that when we enter the finals against Bomb Beach, they don't know what you're capable of?
Look, I've been around a few seasons now, so I think a lot of people have sort of faced me. There's not too many things that I don't like to swing at, so I don't think it was just a strategic thing. I think I might have been maybe a little bit too hungover, and with the amount of level of dehydration that I was suffering from, I think I probably would have been much more of a hindrance. That score might have been a little bit more favourable towards Bomb Beach if I was out there.
Fair enough. Speaking of, Jess, what was that final score?
So the final score on the day was a 3-8 loss, unfortunately.
Unfortunate indeed. Let's spin this negative to a positive. It's Golden Flipper time. All right, that brings us through to the Golden Flipper. Jess, please, whom was nominee 1 on the day?
Nominee number 1 is actually another double play. I do like my double plays this week. So a 4-6-3. So over to Daz, then to Dave, and then across to Nico at 1. This looks a bit routine, but I feel like you guys at training are practicing this again and again and again. And I love it when things happened in training and then they execute it on the day, and it's just brilliant and perfect. Everyone was exactly where they were supposed to be. It looked slick and it was fast, and I was just really impressed by this, so I thought it deserved to flip a nom.
Great stuff, Chelsea. All right, Jess, nominee 2 from the weekend, please.
Nomination number 2 goes to Dave, who singled to right field, slotted his hit beautifully in right field and scored the run from second base. So he's so good at what he does, Dave. Like, he's obviously very savvy and did that intentionally. So good on you, Dave. Thank you.
Do you think he intentionally did it so that he could beat me in the batting award? Is that why he intentionally just look how effortlessly he swings at this? It's just a little flick of the wrist. So, and I believe this might have been coming off his 5 for 85 in cricket the day before. So big shout out to him. He does make everything look effortless. And you know what? I love coming second in the batting award. Like that's my favourite thing to do every season. It's great.
We can make you a little silver trophy.
Participation award.
Please.
All right, great stuff. Whom else? Nominee 3 deserves a participation award this week, Jess.
Oh, funny. And Golden Flipper nomination number 3 is Troy, your lovely husband, Troy. He singled to centre field that scored a run. Just a really important part of the game. We'd actually been struggling with the bats up until this point, and then you just sort of came up, you shortened up on the bat, and you smacked it over the infield, and it was a beautiful, beautiful shot. So well done. That was really good hitting.
Well, thank you very much. And Jess, a shout out to you for running down and telling me to shorten up on the bat before that swing. It obviously helped. Pro tips. Thank you very much.
Cut that out.
Big teabagger, just loving the success that you're having this year with the bat, that new big KR3. Hey, I gave you the tips, and look, it seems to be doing you wonders out there because you're swinging it with a lot of confidence and you're popping the ball very well. So great to see you out there having a bit of a hit, scoring some runs. Oh, geez, look at that catcher. What's going on there?
Speaking of new equipment required.
Yeah, what's going on here? Old mate, he wasn't happy about this. Here we go. Oh, geez, he wasn't. Look at that. What's happened there?
Devastating blow to them. Like, there, it was a really good hit.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, geez, he nearly threw it back at his pitcher. He's going to kill him.
Great work, Chelsea. All right, Jess, tell me, previous weekend, Saturday, 1st of February, how did the women look?
Yes, so we had the 5-5 draw against Waverley, and our seconds actually also played Waverley, and it was a 6-17 defeat, unfortunately. So we played with, I think we started with 7 players, and we actually, an 8th player turned up late, but that was a hard game with low numbers. But it was a good fight. So Emily came in and pitched that whole game, and she actually did an amazing job.
Great work, ladies. All right, Ace, tell me, how'd the men look this past weekend?
Yeah, by the looks of things, I think you might call that a whitewash, other than the 0-0 draw with Waverley in the first, a 4-9 defeat in the seconds, an 0-9 defeat in the thirds, a 3-8 defeat in the fourths, and a 5-14 defeat in the fifths. I know that Bomb Beach third side, they are looking pretty formidable. And look, to be fair, the Bomb Beach in the fourths, they seem to have got their band together, and I know that they are the only team to have defeated Packham this year. So should be an interesting thing leading into finals. I think we've got 2 games left. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds right to me. Look out, though, Ace. You're a secret weapon. Daz has kept you off the board. He's going to break you out in finals, mate. Look out. Here it comes. Jess, the upcoming weekend for women's. How does that look?
We are both away this weekend. The first are away at Werribee, so we'll have a big holiday trip big drive out to Werribee. And then the seconds are at Pakenham, so they have a little way to travel as well.
All right, Ace, while you're there, mate, tell me, where are the men off to this weekend, please?
Yeah, so our first and second, they're up against Sandringham, the Royals. They
Sandy?
Royals? I don't think so. Yeah, old Sandy, get down to Sandy, eh? It's really lovely down here. But anyway, hopefully they can jag a win, get back on the winners board. Thirds or fourth, we're back at home against Ormond, the Rustlers. I don't see them rustling too much, but hopefully we can get a victory and get back on the winners horse, because I wouldn't mind jagging a win. And if we do win, and I am playing, then I can probably say it was me that is the difference. And Blackburn are playing our fourth, and that is away as well. Our fifth, sorry, I should say. So get up there, the fifth. Come on, boys, get up. Yeah, it's a jagger win yourselves.
Let's go, Chelsea. All right, Jess, tell me, from the club's point of view, what's the upcoming event?
We have music bingo coming up in a couple of weeks. That's the 15th of February. Apparently, yeah, if you dress up in 80s or 90s gear, you get a little bit cheaper. So I think it's $15 if you dress up, $20 if you don't. It was fun last year. I think there's a little cohort of women that are keen to kind of come along and have a sing and have a play. So everyone from the club should come down and have a go.
Excellent.
I'm not very big on the dress ups. What is this concept?
I think that's missing there, but there is one star that says people dressed up as wrestlers get in free Ace. So you're in.
I'm coming.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, the macho man.
All right, Jess. Following some weekends after that, we also have a presentation night upcoming, do we not?
We do. So we've got 2 more games, then there'll be finals. And then this is Saturday, the 1st of March is presentation night, which is actually the night of the women's grand final. And I think the men's grand final is the weekend after. So it's kind of in the middle of that.
Double celebration, I'm hearing. Double celebration.
I think that would be nice, but we have to, we've got to get into the grand final first, but that would be nice if we won that and then came back and kicked on with everybody. It's at the Edithvale Bowls Club. We're going to do barefoot bowls and have dinner. So that's kind of fun.
That's just over the road from our club, though, isn't it? It's not like we have to venture too far.
It is. I would park at the club. There's this like avenue of like car parks in front of it, but we just walk across the road. But I think that'll be really fun. So the juniors start from 5. Seniors start from 7. There's actually an AGM meeting between them too, so we can vote for the new committee roles as well. Presentation night's going to be exciting. The whole club should be down and it will be fun. RSVP via the team app though. So we're sort of promoting this via Facebook and socials and stuff, but it's all going to go through team app for the numbers and things like that. I actually also believe you can pay on the night, but there may be a discount if you pay direct deposit earlier than that. But I'll put out some information closer to the date on that.
Very good. We'll keep our eye across the social media channels for those details. Ace.
And just make sure you get your pedicures done before the day. Barefoot bowls, the toes are out.
No, we're coming from our baseball game though. Like, are we going to have time? Oh no.
You need to get that stuff organised. Come on.
Yeah. No.
Will you be walking in with a premiership flag attached to your belt this year, Jess?
If I have one, I'm wearing it for presentation night. You bet your bottom dollar.
I think the last time she's still wearing it, isn't it? She still wear it?
I didn't share it. I actually felt really bad the day after. I kind of slept with it, and I'm like, nobody got to touch this, and it's all mine.
The real offence was that I had to sleep on the couch.
Anyway.
Great work. We will sign off to the women's 5-5 draw this past weekend. Great work. No need to show our final score again. Jess, excellent work. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always a pleasure. And Ace, as always, mate, great work.
Just remember, the pod always swims strongest together, even when the heat is sweltering.